Ministers must not promote conspiracy theories. Unfortunately, many ministers do get caught up in the promotion of conspiracy theories, and it breaks my heart because I know they're hurting their ministry and the cause of Christ. Why do I say that ministers must not promote conspiracy theories? Because the Word of God tells us not to do so. Listen to what Paul wrote to Timothy, who was a minister. This is in one of the pastoral letters. I like to read often from the pastoral letters because it is teaching directly to ministers. So I pay close attention to the Bible when it's specifically written to ministers. Listen to what Paul wrote to Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 4, starting with verse 3 through 5. For the time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, to suit their own desires, they will gather around them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear. They will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths. But you keep your head on all situations. He's telling Timothy, don't lose your head when you hear all of these teachings and all of these myths. Men of God, be sound in your thinking. Keep your head on straight. And yet I find many of God's ministers getting caught up in conspiracy theories, that it discourages me. It really hurts my heart because I know what they're doing to the cause of Christ. And sometimes the harm they will bring to their own people in doing this. Of course, we've all heard of conspiracy theories like the UFO, that there are aliens that are dead, but they're being confined by the U.S. government, but the government won't let us know. We have conspiracy theories about the Antichrist, that the Antichrist is this person or that person. And now you're ruining someone's reputation by calling him the Antichrist. And then we hear many conspiracy theories that promote anti-Semitism, promote racism, promote hatred toward different organizations, all because people believe in these things. And then we have conspiracy theories about the deep state, that there's some unknown elite that's running our country. And so all of a sudden we hear this, and then as ministers, we get caught up in these myths. The Greek word myth that Paul uses is the word mythos, which speaks of any outlandish lie. It doesn't simply mean about Greek mythology and made up stories. No, he's talking about stories that people actually believe in. These made up stories in order to promote hatred, discouragement, racism, and it produces an unloving attitude toward our brothers and sisters. And this is the problem with myths. These are the problems with conspiracy theories. Now, if I just talked about UFO, you ministers would say, yes, that's crazy. But let's talk about the recent myths that many ministers have been promoting. How about the myth that the election was stolen? That's a myth. It's not proven. How about that the vaccines are unsafe and not effective? That's a myth that could kill people. How about the myth that it wasn't Trump supporters and conservatives that went into the Capitol and destroyed it, but it was Antifa, liberals? Again, a myth to dodge responsibility. And what I'm saying is, Christians, I can understand Christians getting caught up in myths. They watch social media, they see a YouTube video, and they get caught up in this. But man of God, woman of God, you're a minister. You know better. You cannot get caught up in these conspiracy theories. And we need, and there's a reason why Paul wrote to Timothy, don't get caught up on this. Keep your head on straight. Don't lose your head over all these myths and conspiracy theories. He said the reason why is because you will lose credibility if you keep promoting conspiracy theories. This is what ministers don't understand. As they promote conspiracy theories, they're not only promoting hatred toward other people, hatred toward groups, hatred toward parties, hatred toward races. They're promoting hatred, but also they're losing their credibility with the gospel. Because how can we begin to promote some outlandish lie and then tell someone, God raised Jesus from the dead? Why should they believe you? You believe in these wild myths. Maybe the resurrection of Christ is a myth. See, and this is why it is important that we be sound in our thinking. And I urge my fellow ministers, please, I beg of you, quit promoting conspiracy theories. Get back to preaching the word of God. And when you get people telling you this outlandish lie, don't even buy into it. Move on and just keep preaching the word of God. Keep your head on straight. I love you, and I want you to know I'm praying for the best in your life.